Hey there again. It's the Brothers Dempsey hanging out, and
Back in the kitchen.
yeah, back in the house, getting ready to back from beer camp, I guess.
Yeah, beer camp was rough. Our first beer camp.
Yeah,
And,
who would have thought it would come this late? But
yeah.
it was interesting. It was a good ride.
Yeah, so excited. I was very excited for beer camp this year, and it ended up kind of disappointing a bit, but hey, it's always next year. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's how it goes. And
The girls will be back. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know, your old friends that you met last year, they might return.
Yeah. So.
Might not.
We felt what better way to celebrate coming home than to celebrate and discuss a brew pub from our area.
Yeah.
This is Iron Hill Brewery and Restaurant. They were founded in 1994 in Newark, Delaware.
Yeah, local gang.
Yeah, they're actually named after a battle of Cooch's Bridge.
Cooch's Bridge. Cooch's Bridge. My memory serves me correct. Mrs. White, 8th grade history. I believe that was Revolutionary War.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Mrs. White.
It's cool. There's some history there if you guys are into that kind of thing. If you're not, and you're just into really good beer and really good food, I highly recommend if you're in this area. Obviously, if you're from here, you probably are familiarized with what they do.
Yeah, they have a huge menu. I love. We go there a lot with our family and stuff, just because it's like something that everyone always ends up kind of liking, and we like fresh beer. Some of their beers, people might not think are like the best beers in the world, but there's nothing like getting beer fresh from like the keg right to your, right from the brewing process right to your table, which is pretty much what it is, and that's cool. But I mean, the menu's huge. There's pretty much anything you think of to eat there, and they have a lot of different styles. And lately, I think they've gotten even better with their brewing. I don't know. They seem to have a lot of different crazy stuff now they're coming out with.
Yeah,
so.
I like their standard beers. They have about, I guess, 6 to 8 that are always
6 regulars. Yeah.
There's always a Belgian that will change, a seasonal Belgian that will just rotate.
Yeah, they got a Vienna lager.
The Vienna Reds, regularly there. The Pig Iron Porter, very solid beers.
I like the porter a lot.
I think I've had just about everything. Raspberry wheat. Some people like it. Some people, don't love it. But
he's had a lot because he's an official mug. What's this? Member of the Mug Club.
Yeah.
You get this crazy sign and everything.
It's pretty cool. It's got a few extra ounces in it.
Circa 2012. That's a cool sign, though. It's neat.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's if you want to be.
You get perks and stuff like that. Just like anything else, you give you like frequent flyer miles. You get bigger glasses when you go there, and you get little incentives and stuff like that. But it's one of the restaurants too. Not to get too long-winded on this, but where the servers a lot of times are pretty well knowledgeable. At least the last like 5 or 6 times I've gone there, they've been pretty knowledgeable about what they have on tap and what type of beer styles they are. They actually talk to you about it, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, who cares, whatever. But if you're into beer, it's so annoying when you go to a restaurant and you're asking somebody what they have on tap, and they don't even have a clue as to like what they even have, and it's like. Sometimes it's just because I want something different that I haven't tried before, and you're not going to know it, unless you go up there and stare at the freaking bar taps and look like an idiot, which is what I usually do.
Yeah.
When I go to a restaurant, I sit there and stare like,
right. And I think it's nice too that they can appreciate that you're going to spend as much time on that beer menu as you are on the regular menu, and in order for them to provide good service and be quick about it, they kind of got to help you out too. So the less knowledge they have, the longer it's going to take. Because if you're someone that goes in there and you've never been to Iron Hill, you're not going to get those other beers that you're used to having. So you have like the regular domestic beers and stuff. So if you have a guest with you that's used to drinking Budweiser and all the other stuff, they're really going to have to know and talk you through the menu to get you something that you're probably going to like. And I think they do a great job of that.
Yeah,
and it's not just like, oh, well, this night, this guy. From the bartending staff to, pretty much everybody you encounter, they're pretty knowledgeable, and I commend them for obviously making sure that. I think they're up to about 11 locations now.
Yeah,
one in New Jersey, a couple in Delaware, and I think the rest are in PA.
Yeah, we go to one in Media, but which is a fine location.
Yeah. Last time we were there, we found this. So a lot of times we do a beer that we haven't had. I'd say 98% of the reviews, if not more. I mean, I don't know, it's pretty high, but.
Are ones that we've never had before?
Yeah, most of the times it's stuff we never even had. It's the first time we're tasting it. So
this is actually one that we have had. We had it on tap there. No, we had it in cans. So they only serve it in cans there.
Yeah.
One of the only times they've ever canned a beer, I asked the server, and I forget if he said they did the canning before, but this is like the first time they've done any kind of like mass-produced like canning. You can take these out in 4-packs. These are 16-ounce cans too. But this is a pretty awesome beer. and I was excited to drink it again. This is the Mahalo Apollo Special Summer Ale. This is, again, one of their seasonals. Every time we come back, they change about maybe like every month or so, I guess they have like different beers. They rotate pretty frequently, like the Oktoberfest will be coming up. So if you go like once a month, you'll probably find like 4 new beers that you haven't had before, which is pretty cool. But again, this is a...
it's American pale wheat?
Yeah, it's a pale wheat. It's a wheat ale, which has got a lot of different spices. It's got grains of paradise. It's got lemongrass. I think there's some citrus in here as well.
Yeah, there's definitely citrus that they don't talk about on the can.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of keeping some secrets here.
It's a Belgian yeast too, also in here, so it's really kind of a neat beer. I mean, it's definitely summery though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's very refreshing. Well, I'll wait till I taste it again because, like I said, normally
it's really citrusy off the get-go. A lot of orange and lemon. I guess lemon, like lemon orange. Almost smells like a tea cooler.
It says it's spiced with lemongrass, so it's almost like they're not saying it's almost adding a.
Yeah, it's hard to say where the nose comes in and where the flavor comes in, but it smells Belgian off the get go. It's got like a very Belgian nose. That yeast comes through.
Yeah, welcome home, Steve.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. It's been a long time. Still. It's really a sweet beer. I mean, if you've had a lot of different kind of crazy beers and stuff, that's the first thing that really hits me. Just the overall sweetness of it.
I think...
Which I really like a lot. I mean, I don't mind that it's actually kind of sweet. It's just very refreshing. It really is.
I like the fact that, the first time I was exposed to it was at the end of the summer, and it was kind of, I don't want to say summer aled out, but I think we kind of been down that road. We talked about some of the disappointments we had this year from different brewers, and on that, and anything with the word summer attached to it. And this is honestly one of my favorites.
This is probably my favorite beer of the summer. I mean, hands down. I've had all the other ones before. We've had the Harpoon Summer and you go through the Sierra Nevada Summerfest and
what was that one
Summer Love and
the lobster on there.
Oh, Shipyard. Yeah, that one was rough. I don't know what that was all about. That tasted like Scudweiser or something. It was pretty ugly.
Bad.
Not to really I don't like to slam any kind of beer, but that was bad. And Sam Adams Summer Ale, which people like, I think. This to me reminds me of that a little bit, in the fact that you get that kind of taste, but this is just so much more fresh and natural. This beer just has such a great natural taste to it. It really just grabs your palate right away when you drink it. It just really kind of goes right after it. And it's got that Belgian yeast, that sweetness from that. It's a little Belgian-y, but not overpowering. And it's just, I think it just hits all the notes right. It just really is great. It's not too sweet, but it's really refreshing. I mean, honestly, if you were thirsty on a hot day, I could down a 4-pack in this like that, dude. I mean, it's that good.
It is. It's really
It's
delicious.
so good. It's definitely, I think it's probably my favorite beer that I've had from Iron Hill. I have to say that now. The last time we went was a really good trip, though. Their double IPA was good, and then that was the time before. But then we had the one with the Sriracha hops was really good, too. That was
Rising
Sun. That's a great IPA, too. The Abbey Double was all right.
If you're an IPA fan, you'll be happy. My one complaint of Iron Hill at the time was the fact that all the additional beers to their normal rotations seem to be IPAs for a while.
Yeah.
And I can't say, I mean, I don't know if that was something that they researched to know that they were kind of hitting that trend, but maybe it was just coincidence, or maybe I was just like extra biased against IPAs at the time.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe even my loss, but again, they have
can here.
They have great
Hawaiian theme.
They have great regular. The Vienna Red is, I could, if I didn't like any of the other ones, I'd still go there and drink that all the time. It's that good.
Yeah.
For me. They also host a great beer festival.
Yeah.
In town of Media, the Brandywine Brewers, or Craft Brewers,
Association, or Delaware Valley Craft Brewer, I forget.
Brandywine.
Brandywine.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's a whole festival in town. There's about, I don't know, how many brewers were there last time? 30 or 40 or so?
It's usually 23 to 30.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, it goes a few hours, 4 hours or something. They have a band and you can get food. I mean, it's
beer tastings are fun
stuff, but it's cool.
Yeah, and they had like probably the biggest. I think they had like 6 different beers. They had this one beer was a whiskey beer. Man, was that thing rough though. It tasted like doing a shot of whiskey. It was like one of those bourbon aged, and some of those are good. But I tell you what, the flavor on this thing is incredible, and so refreshing that you wouldn't believe. Like if you just took a sip of this, how much? Like what do you think the ABV would be on something like this? I really think like 4.85, something like that.
I would say 5.3 at the highest.
And it's a 6.8, which is like really nice. It really packs a buzz too. For something that's like this drinkable and this enjoyable, I mean, it really is just a nice, smooth drinking, just a
take
crisp,
4,
clean.
take 4-pounders with you to the park and you're set.
It's one of those beers that just, when I think of a well-balanced beer and something that I really like, it's as drinkable as it is hearty. You know what I mean? And that's a hard thing to find. Like, you could drink this, you could slam it, but the flavor is so intense too, though. And it's like, it's sweet, and it's got that nice beer body. Like, it doesn't feel thin at all. It feels like it's rather heavy. It's got a nice weight to it.
And that's what I kind of like about the Sam Adams Summer.
Yeah,
and that's why I say that
I liken that to this. You know what I mean?
I do. Congruencies there because it is a nice full-bodied beer, and it's summer. So summer's not, summer does not mean shandy.
Right, yeah. It doesn't mean just throw lemonade in it, but, Hey, well, summer to me, a lot of times, is curd with lime. You know what I mean? Hey, I mean, call me crazy. I'll be the first one to admit I will drink any light beer with lime in it, because I love lime in my beer. I do.
Right. We're not going to review it, but we're going
to
drink it.
I'm not going to spend time telling you how much this lime enhanced my Miller Lite, but, you know what I mean? I like it. We all have guilty pleasures, you know what I mean? As much as we love good beer, we love any kind of beer. I mean, I'll drink anything. You know what I mean?
Drinking is more than beer itself.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to get loaded. Why waste that on the good stuff? But this one's really good. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it now again. I wish I'd gotten more. I actually want to run out there and get some again before the season's over, because I would definitely get some more of this. A little steep at what was it, 16 for like
we're gonna actually. I think we're gonna take a trip up here. Maybe get a couple cans. Maybe get some growlers and check out. Maybe get some takeout. Check out across the street for a meal, and then hit Pinocchio's.
Yeah,
for
Pinocchio's
some takeout.
For some takeout.
And that would be just a crazy trip.
Yeah,
because you're gonna get some good takeout from the Iron Hill. You're going to get little good meal quotations maybe, and some good beers on tap that they have there.
Quotations is another one. If you're talking about the town of media, Quotations always has crazy craft beers. Not so much specializing in local, which I kind of enjoy because sometimes everything is so local. You go to these so-called like craft bars anymore, and it's like everything's like Victory and Yards and
yeah. They kind of pride themselves in not having what you can get.
Well, I love the local stuff. Sometimes you get tired of the same old thing.
Yeah, so they'll get stuff from Chicago and California a lot. Yeah. It's the first time I had Anderson Valley was there.
Yeah, it was good. Winter Solstice.
But anyway, sorry Iron Hill. Maybe now we can't post this on your page.
Well, we're just promoting media in general. We'll cut it for you guys. Yeah, right. Like they're ever going to give us any props. But anyway,
we give them props. I really like Iron Hill. I do. I
do too. I really do.
I find myself trying to rate it lower because I'm like, it's Iron Hill. It can't be that good. It's not supposed to be that good.
It's just a brew pub. It's not like they don't really know. They're not serious about beer because they have this big restaurant and all that stuff. But they really are. And I think lately they've really gotten really into a lot of different styles and stuff.
They're award winners.
Yeah, the Russian, this last one, the Russian Imperial style, which was delicious. I really like that one a lot. I think
that first came out in 2009, and they won something for it.
Yeah, they were the Great American Beer Festival.
They won again in like 2012.
That is a great beer. Yeah. For the heavy hit on the alcohol, it's very chocolatey and dense, and it's good.
Cool. I wish I had 2 more cans of this.
I know, I want another one. All right, cheers, and that'll do her up here. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Brothers Dempsey.
Yep. Thanks for drinking.